So bumili or nag-avail ka na ng property, whether it can be a lot only, house and lot, condominium, etc. from a real estate developer. Nagsimula ka na magbayad ng reservation fee at nagbabayad ka na ng monthly down payment mo kada buwan until fully paid ang equity mo, pero at some point nalaman mo na wala pa palang license to sell or LTS ang property na bili mo. So I have two questions. Number 1, ano mangyayari sa case na ito? And number 2, if gusto mo mag-cancel, are you entitled for a refund? Wow! Hi guys, and sorry for that short cliffhanger, pero sasagutin ko yung mga dalawang tanong na yan once i-explain ko ang idea about license to sell or LTS at bakit ito ang pinaka-importanteng at ang pinakaunang dapat itanong ng isang home buyer if ever bibili sila ng property. A license to sell or LTS is a certificate issued by the Department of Human Settlement and Urban Development or DHSUD by a real estate or property developer. DHSUD is responsible for registering and issuing license to sell for subdivisions and condominium developments, agricultural lots, memorial parks, and many more. They are also responsible for overseeing the development and construction of projects that are registered or licensed. Real estate developers cannot legally sell their projects without a license to sell. Though as of the year 2021, the DHSUD announced their order which they can issue a temporary license to sell to real estate developers, since for context, it takes months or even years for the LTS to be issued and published so that it can address the urgent need of permitting these developers to sell lots and units in the first place. And with the ongoing pandemic up until now, this order was a huge help for these real estate developers. I'd uploaded a previous video ang isang way para malaman mo kung may license to sell ang isang housing project online. I'll leave the link in the description below or just check out this card. So going back sa case natin, anong mangyayari sa case na ito? Technically, you are buying a property na walang kasiguraduhan na mapapasayo ito balang araw. And just to share, selling house and lots or condominiums na walang license to sell means hindi pa sila or real estate developers pinapayagan ng DHSUD and other government organizations na magsimula mag-construct ng projects nila in the first place. Yes, narinig nyo ng tama, no LTS means the developer can start their construction in their corresponding subdivisions, whether it be a pre-selling or ready for occupancy. So I'm asking you, future home buyers, na do your own research or due diligence before kayo bumili ng property in the first place. Please, kahit naka-engganyo or enticing ang ino-offer sa inyong housing project at nag-meet talaga sa standards nyo, huwag maniniwala at masilaw agad sa mga selling points nang tinitingnan nyong property, dahil trust me, malaking sakit sa ulo ito sa inyo pagdating ng araw, especially kung less than 30% ng expense nyo ay napupunta lang sa property na invest nyo na walang assurance na mapapasa inyo in the first place. 30-50-20 budgeting rule. More on the concept of the money management series at a later day. Sorry, nasegue lang. So question number 2, if gusto mo mag-cancel, are you entitled for a refund? Morally, yes, since it's your right as a home buyer, pero sa totoo lang, hindi. You are technically transacting with real estate developers only. DHSUD and other government organizations are not involved in this kind of situations. And it's up to the real estate developer if they can issue a refund for you. Well, you may be lucky enough or maswerte ka if these real estate developers can give a partial or 50% refund under the circumstance of the CTS or the contract to sell or reservation agreement form you had signed on in compliance with the Maseda law. But again, it depends on the developer where you avail your property on. Worst case, if the refund is not covered by the statements of the contract to sell you signed and notarized between you and the developer, it is considered a valid clause agreeing to it. And since napirma nyo na yung kontrata or agreement nyo without taking it into consideration or napansin before, developers are not obliged or mag-mandate to give you a refund in the first place. I can discuss the idea of what this contract to sell or reservation agreement in another video. So again, when you're offered a specific property during property viewing or site tripping, always ask for the LTS. Makita po yun sa mga pamphlets or sa mga flyers ina-offer nila. And as a real estate salesperson, I really don't want to oblige ang mga clients ko sa pag-avail ng mga housing projects na hindi ako confident or walang LTS or even a temporary license to sell for assurance, because it's my responsibility to protect my prospects and clients such as you from going to a difficult situation moving forward. You can believe me or not. And that's it. Again, my name is Marilyn Lahato, an inspiring real estate salesperson, financial and people person advocate who wants the best interest for you. And I'll see you in the next one.